planner people. It has been so long since I have filmed a video. It's literally been a year. So I just want to say, first off, thank you to everybody who subscribed during that time and whoever has commented. I really appreciate your support. So I wanted to show you this little mini happy Frankenplanner that I've set up for the summer. It's just a summer planner. I do have June through August in here, but I'm going to take out August and I'll tell you why in a moment. But my goal with this is that I wanted to use up the planner parts that I had from various old planners and repurpose them and use them in here. I didn't want to go buy another one because I just have so much, y'all. I know that you can probably relate. Just like bits of planners that I didn't finish using, or, I'll admit it, planners that I bought on sale and never even used. So this has four different planners in it. All are older ones except for the faith planner that I have in. And then I have just, random bits from other planners as well. So I'll get into this. I'll show you in a moment. But before I do that, I just wanted to give you a little background of where I have been this whole time. And if you want to just get straight to the planner part with the flip through, I'll put the timestamp on here so you can do that. So I last left you in June of 2019. I had set up a classic happy planner. I don't have it around me, so I can't show you, but it was that squad goals, whichever it was called, with the little girls on it. I had set up a classic on mini rings for portability. So I had like a couple months in there, and I added some notes or different things in there. I don't really remember, to be honest. But yeah, that's where I left off. I used that for a couple of months in the summertime. And then I just started experimenting with non-happy planner stuff. So I was in an A5 ring planner for a while. I was in, what was I in? I did a Bujo, I did digital. I was going to set myself up for 2020 with a personal ring size. And I actually on New Year's Eve, I set up everything. I had my cat with me because she always would plan with me. She was like my little shadow. And I just set that whole baby up with like Peanuts Planner Co. stuff and inserts that I had made on my own. And it was so much fun. So then January 2nd rolls around and that cat gets super sick. She dies on the next day. I was just totally shattered because she had been with me for 15 years almost. And like I said, she was like my little shadow. So it broke my heart. Then a week after that, my daughter had a concussion and we spent some time in the hospital. And then the entire family got sick, and so on and so on. You know how 2020 has been, right? It's just been a mess. So, after that happened, I just couldn't bring myself back to my planner. I think just the crazy and, being sad because my cat wasn't there, which I know that might seem really silly to some people, but I know that other animal lovers understand. She would just always sit with me when I planned. So it made me sad not to have her there because it was kind of part of the routine, So anyway, I didn't do any planning for the beginning of 2020. And then COVID happened. And I know that everybody has seen all of those memes oh, my most useless planner or most useless thing that I bought in 2020 was my planner, which I totally get it. I really do. But COVID made me start planning again. I had to do it because I already worked full time at home, but then having my kids home all the time and having to do the crisis homeschooling, I'm not even going to call it homeschooling, crisis schooling. It was just so much. I had to plan. So I just went back and I got that old classic planner that I started last June. I didn't do any decorating, no Frankenplanning, nothing. I just went in and I just wrote stuff down. I just had to get things down on paper to organize everything. And you know what? That slowly led me back into the happy planner world and slowly got back into customizing stuff and decorating and all that. And here I am. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. Like I said, this is summer only. It's going to be June through July. And I'm just totally embracing my planner truth and how I constantly change planners because I do. That's just what I do. At first I was oh, I'm trying to find planner piece. No, I just like to change it up. And I think that's totally fine because you have different needs at certain times of the year, right? So this is going to be my June through July one. And then this is going to stick out of the camera because of the angle that I have it at. You can't see the whole thing. But this is a big happy planner. This is one of those ones that I picked up on sale and then never used it. It's a 2019, but I'm going to use this for the fall because, again, I want to use up stuff that I have. I've never stuck with a big planner for very long, and I think it will be good for putting in just like things that I get from the school and, you know, just being able to print stuff out straight off the computer and not having to worry about resizing it. It's also seasonal, so I really like that. So I have some of my kids' stuff in here already because we already have school supplies list and school schedule and everything. And yeah, so I've just already kind of redated this, and that's what I'm going to use. So, summertime, let's get into this one. So, if you've been around Happy Planner for a while, you recognize this, I'm sure. This was the very first cover that planner that I ever bought as a mini size. Then I ended up with a classic one as well because I just love this. This, like, brings back so much nostalgia for me. So, these rings are actually from Miss Maker, another one that I never used. But I took the rings off of her and I'm using that. I have some sticky notes here. Little die cuts. This is from the Mom Life, hashtag Mom Life. It was one of the Happy Planner girl lines. This is from a 2019 horizontal mini. So I just kind of decorated this page here. I stuck it on the back of that calendar because I didn't need it. I stuck in a 2020 calendar, kind of decorated it a little bit. I thought it had a summer vibe anyway with the coloring and stuff. I have these little sticky notes there. And here's kind of, I wouldn't really call this like a bucket list. Maybe it is. I just used the summer sticker pack, which is one of the few that I'm using in here. I'm kind of limiting it because I like that summer vibe and like the simplicity of not having to look through all of the stickers. I do have some of this Faith Planner mini, some of the Mom Life mini, and then this other Faith one as well. But anyways, these are from that summer pack. And yeah, I guess it's kind of like a little bucket list or just kind of like a fun summer inspiration thing. We've already done a few of those. And then we get into my months. And so what I have done is I have taken this, this was the Llama Drama mini. That's not the official name. I'm just thinking of what was on the cover. It was a 2019 monthly mini that had the llama on the front. So what I've done is I've taken that and combined it with a horizontal. So this is the dashboard from that. I try to use this, y'all, but I never remember. You can see kind of the stuff I was doing, but anyway, so this gets into, here's the monthly spread. Now here it gets a little janky, and I'm totally fine with that. Like, I'm not going for perfectionism in this. I literally am just trying to use up the bits that I have and still make it look kind of cohesive. So this is the what's it called? Divider from Hooray for Today. And then this is another planner. I don't know what it's called. It has kind of like this watercolor stuff and kind of these like warm and teal colors throughout it. So, yeah, the fonts don't match. I'm totally fine with it. They're both undated. So you can see I just went in and wrote the dates. However, if you had one that was dated, you could just white it out and write dates, or you could use the date stickers like I did in this big one here. So those are Agenda 52 from Hobby Lobby. It was a whole set of just numbers in different shapes and colors, and you can use it for redating. So, yeah, and then, did I stick these together? Yeah. So here's the beginning of the Llama Drama monthly thing. I don't know what you call this. But I used a little, what are they called? Those little white sticker things you use in scrapbook. It's totally escaping me right now. I think you know what I mean. Anyways, I stuck those together. So it bleeds into the monthly stuff. I kind of wrote in it, not too much, kind of like a master checklist for the month. Got to start doing hurricane prep because it's now hurricane season. Then I just have kind of a running to-do list. I tried to do a work one here, but it didn't work out too well. I covered it up just for my client's privacy, but and I made this little thing as like my tab. I didn't want to stick another tab in the top for that, but it's easy for me to flip through because this sticks out a little bit. So yeah, and so I have those pages, which clearly I'm not probably going to use. And then I have stuck it, the last page of this to-do list, to the back of a monthly. And I get into my, or sorry, not monthly, weekly, and then I get into my weeks. So the way I'm doing it is I have like writing down just like random tasks that I think of or things that I need to do. And then every time I plan my week, I go back to this and reference it. So yeah, I have a few weeks in here that are decorated a little bit. I have all these old dashboards, and to be quite honest, I'm not really a fan of these old ones. I don't like how bright they are. I prefer the clear ones, but you know, like for this summer one, I feel like it totally fits the summer vibe, right? So that's why I went for these. This one I changed it up a bit. I didn't use those summer stickers here because like I kind of slacked off on my Bible reading and my faith stuff last week, and I wanted these as a reminder to get back into it. So yeah, and then you can see these are blank as well, so I'm filling those in. Again, if you have an old planner that's dated, you can totally come in and white out the date and write it in yourself. So that brings me to July. You can see this says April. I couldn't find the July monthly thing. I have no idea what happened to it. I also don't have August. Like I just don't have it, which I don't think is going to be a problem since I haven't really been using it, but I might just create my own if I decide that I want one. So here, I'm going to have to cover this up somehow and get creative. But again, I'm not stressing. This down here, what did I do with my dates in my other one? Because those are 2019 dates, right? So let's see. Oh yeah, there was only Father's Day that was in here for June, so I just kind of redated it. Sorry for the harsh shadow, y'all. I haven't done any videos for a year. I don't really have a setup, so I'm just kind of winging it. Sorry for the harsh shadows. So anyways, I'm gonna do something there, redate those. And then again, it's kind of the same, just the same thing I showed you before. Daily to-dos, weeklies. Again, August, I don't have that dashboard or the monthly, so I didn't have the dashboard for that, but I did find the January monthly stuff. Again, y'all, I don't know what I did with this planner, but I'm just gonna make it work. So I stuck January to the back of this one. I'll have to cover that up, but it's not a big deal. And so I kind of tried to keep the same colors within the month. That one was a little straggler, but yep. And so that leads me to my next section. So you'll notice that none of these have any words on them. They're not labeled. That's because my label maker broke. But I'll eventually fix that. For now, I know what it is. So this is my faith section. This is the newish, it was the spring 2020 mini faith planner. This is the only new one that I have in here. So I'll just kind of flip through real quick. If you want to know more about what I'm doing in here, let me know. But so I just have 1 month in here. And I'm going to do the same in this calendar back here. So this is like my nerd alert section here. Clearly I have some stuff I need to fix on here, but I made myself a little tracker because I am listening to the audiobooks of Wheel of Time. There's a lot of them. I started this one a year ago, so I've made it through 10. I'm on the 11th now. And I put this in here because I can never remember the names of these things. I always just refer to them by the number, and it's just helpful to be able to be like, okay, this is the next one that I need to find, so I don't have to look up the name of it each time. And also it's just kind of fun to see the progress, right? And again, nerd alert, I have a world map here. The quality is not good, so I need to find another one, but like when you get the books, the physical books, it has the map in it. And they just are kind of all over the place in the story, like tons of characters. So it's nice to be able to refer back to this, even though I have to like squint really hard and see it right now. It's nice to be able to refer back to that. So then I have, this is my notes section for anything and everything with notes. This is a really hard doodle I did. My husband and I are planning out like a little loft bed for my daughter's room. I just have a running list of like things I want to add into my planner. Next time at the store, you can see I had Target shower curtain rings. Like if I'm just thinking like, oh, next time I'm out, I need to get something no matter where it is, I just stick it here. I had a Walmart list, and I'm keeping this in here because I also have my hurricane prep list there. I started writing out my night and morning routines, which is one of the things back on this page. And then I just have a couple of pages in here as well. My next section, I guess, I don't know what you would call this, maybe like the health wellness section, I don't really know. But I stuck my pen holder to this because I do like to change up my covers a lot, so I didn't want to stick this to that. This would be easier to transfer out, right? So I have an areas of focus little thing that I printed out. I used to be fully addicted to binge watching stuff, and in 2019 my resolution for the year was to stop. So I like planned out the few shows that I was going to watch, like Stranger Things and Outlander, and I didn't watch anything, which is part of the reason why I got into the audiobooks. But yeah, so like during COVID, I started binging stuff again, and I totally don't regret it at all. I just needed it to like escape from the world at that point. But I finished up my shows and I don't want to go back to that because seriously, like I'm addicted. I waste so much time. So I made this areas of focus because these are like the main things that I want to focus on right now, kind of like a little bulleted list. So like if I'm like, what do I do with myself right now? Because I have free time, I can look at this and get some inspiration, right? So I have a little tabby here. Again, it's not labeled. This, if you've seen my other videos, this was from one of my old mini happy planners from the first, one of the first videos I did, and I just put it in there because, you know, nostalgia. So this is another undated planner. I think this is like from 2018. It's not my favorite design at all. Like, I'm not really into it. However, the colors kind of matched. So whatever. It's just a divider, right? So this right now, this is tracking my weight loss. So that's what I'm going to track there. And here I'm covering this up because it's personal. I have a behavior tracker. Now this is just a half sheet notebook paper. One of my children is autistic, so I'm tracking their behaviors with like foods that they eat or things that they do or sleep, whatever. Just trying to figure out maybe some triggers that could lead them to have, you know, worse behaviors. And anyway, yeah, it's complicated. That's like the big view of it. Let me know if you relate, if you have an autistic child. It's always kind of nice to, you know, chat with other women who are autistic mom or autism moms. Yeah, and so I have just 2 other months in here. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I might track something else other than weight on those. And then I have these little inserts. These are from the baby girl and baby boy notebooks that I think they came out in 2019. But the idea was just to like do a little journaling about your baby or like fun things that they did or said. So I have a couple of those in here, and I can never remember to write in them. I do have, where is it? These are from, yeah, that one is from a year ago, and it's fun to look back at that and be like, oh, I remember when they said that, which I totally wouldn't remember that if I hadn't have written it down. So I really want to start using these more. I need to put a tab or something in here so I see it. Maybe one like this with a big label on it that says like funny things kids say or kids' memories. I don't know. So yeah, and that leads me to the end. The end. I love these big sticky notes, by the way. So anyways, I have this little pocket that's from the Faith Warrior Happy Planner collection that came out in 2019. I have a little die cut back there right now. This, y'all, this is from the Mom Life. It does not fit. Look at this. It like gets stuck, so I need to repunch it. It could stick out the top, but that sticks out too much. Anyway, so I just have this pocket back here in case I want to stick any receipts or anything in there, coupons, whatever. And, the end. So let me know if that was helpful to you to see how I kind of like piece together these old parts, you know, trying to reuse some of the stock that I have or you have. Maybe it inspired you to do that too. Just let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, yeah, have you ever done a seasonal planner? I'd love to hear if you do that too, or if you do anything similar to just planning like a couple months at a time in one planner. So yeah, that is my summer mini Frankenplanner. Thanks for watching. And I may be back before August. I may not, but I definitely will be back sometime this summer to set this big boy up. So bye. Thanks so much for watching. Have an amazing day.